Hey everybody, this is Wilson giving you the first market update in 2021. I wanted to wish you and your family a Happy New Year. If you haven't seen one of our videos already of me doing so, Happy New Year's. All right, so in the first graph is our usual, the list to sales price graph. As you can see, in the last 3 months, there's been a decline in list to sales price in our market. This graph specifically is in San Mateo County. However, the thing you don't see in this graph is the multiple offers we've been getting on our properties, and also the pickup in foot traffic throughout our properties as well. So overall, we're seeing a decline in the last 3 months. However, from what we're seeing actually working in the business, we're seeing an uptick. Next is going to be what comes up for sale versus sold every single month. In this next graph, you'll see what comes up for sale every month versus what sells. And you'll see a decrease in inventory and also a decline in number of solds. However, it's not relative. Usually during the slower months of the year, which is Q4, the winter time, we see much more of a decline in the number of solds that's relative to what comes up for sale. So what we're seeing is there's strong buyer demand. Yes, month by month, it's a little bit less. However, overall, there's still very strong demand in the marketplace. In the next graph, you'll see month by month inventory. And as you can tell right now, there's the lowest inventory in the last 12 months in general in our whole county. What that's going to suggest is prices will probably continue to trend up as much as currently we're in a lockdown. So one thing to note about this is if you're a buyer, you're probably searching online and having a hard time finding available homes for sale. And if you're a seller, this might be a good time to consider selling a house, considering inventory drives prices a lot more than anything else. What it really means is there's less choices available, which means the available inventory that is on market will get all the attention from anyone that is looking at this time. Now, of course, if you're prepping a house for sale, it takes time to get to the stage where it's actually on market. So revisit these videos or ask us for some tips in terms of exactly where the market's at in 2 weeks, in 4 weeks, and so on. In the next graph, you'll see sold prices month by month in San Mateo County. As you can tell, overall, there's been a decline going into December, and with 4 days of data so far in January, we're seeing a spike in prices. But keep in mind, the spike in prices are based on solds that happened in January. The decisions were made in December, which is suggesting that maybe there's been a lump of homes that have sold at a higher price point, and we'll have to continue monitoring this throughout the whole month to give you a good idea if overall prices are increasing for the first month of 2021. The next graph is interest rates. And the one that we usually focus on is the 30-year fixed rate jumbo loan because most people are going to use this one for their purchases locally. And it's currently at 2.875, and it's matching the lowest we've seen rates ever be. So if you're considering a purchase, this is the time to potentially get pre-approved. If you're thinking about refinancing, this might not be the refinance rate, but they're likely going to be equivalent and low, low, low. The next graph is showing times tracked showings in California. And what you'll see is ever since the 2 months removed from the initial shelter in place in California, showings have surpassed 2019 for the whole year in 2020. And we have an expectation that that's going to continue into 2021. As we've stated earlier in the video, showing demand and buyer demand is at all-time high. However, inventory is at an all-time low. And that's your market update for the first week of 2021. Look forward to our future videos for the ongoing updates so that you know exactly what's happening in our marketplace. Thank you so much.